Today is Tuesday of the Octave of Easter. Our gospel for today is from John chapter 20, verses 11 to 18. My dear brothers and sisters, our gospel for today speaks about the experience of Mary weeping outside the tomb of Jesus. Weeping. She's very sad because the experience of death is telling us that losing a loved one is never easy to deal with, right? But what is interesting is this. She was not able to recognize the risen Lord. Why? Because she tended to dwell so much on her sorrow, her pain, her tears, her mourning makes her mistakenly identify Jesus as a gardener. My dear friends, you know what? Today's gospel is reminding us that when we focus so much on our pains, when we focus so much on our sorrows, it will blind us to recognize the presence of God in our lives. Okay? I say it again. When we focus so much on our pains, on our sorrows, it will blind us to recognize the presence of God in our life. It's very simple logic. Just like, we cannot see the light if we love to hide in darkness, right? We cannot taste what victory is if we love to talk about defeats. We will not succeed if we nailed our thoughts on our failures. Healing is impossible if we keep touching our wounds. Forgiveness is unattainable if we keep remembering our painful memories. My dear brothers and sisters, we cannot feel the joy of Easter if we are stuck to the sorrows of Lent. And to tell you honestly, blessings can be elusive if we always complain and not grateful to what we have. That's why today we are challenged. Enjoy your blessings and don't look to what is missing. Count your blessings, not your problems. Count your blessings, not your troubles. Friends, my dear brothers and sisters, our sorrows, our frustrations, our pains, name it, can paralyze us if we allow them to dominate in us. Remember this, a negative mind will never give us a positive life. Therefore, we have to train our mind to see the good in everything. Why? Train your mind to see the good in everything. Why? You know why? Because our responsorial psalm of today says, the earth is full of the goodness of the Lord. Positivity is a choice. Friends, my dear brothers and sisters, we cannot live a positive life with a negative mind. The happiness, our success, the success of our life, the happiness of our life depends on the quality of our thoughts. Remember this, the earth is full of the goodness of the Lord. Life is beautiful. Life is good. Life is amazing. Life is wonderful. And the people who succeed in life are not those who avoid failures, but they are the one who learn how to respond to failure with a positive outlook. If we always dwell on our sorrows, the risen Lord will remain a gardener. The risen Lord will remain a gardener. Today, if we have pains, if we have disappointments, if we have sorrow, talk to the Lord, not to the gardener. Finally, I have seen the Lord was Mary's proclamation and revelation. Friends, brothers and sisters, if we aspire to see the Lord, move away from the tomb, because Jesus is no longer a slave of the tomb. Search the Lord, find Him, But don't look him in the tomb. Today, many of us seek the resurrected Christ, but we fail to find him because we looked for him in the tomb of temporal pleasures. We look for him in a wrong stations. Friends, brothers and sisters, when we are disappointed, seek the Lord, not other else. We cannot find him in the tomb of wealth. We cannot find him in the tomb of fame rather. We cannot find him in the tomb of prestige and power. Today, refuse to entertain any stories of pains and depressions. Train your mind to see the beauty of the world every day. Don't destroy a good today by thinking about the bad yesterday. Friends, my dear brothers and sisters, be positive in a negative situation. We are reminded by our gospel for today, our gospel of today rather, that when we seek the risen Lord, our sorrows will turn into hope. When we seek the Lord, when we find him, when we looked for him, our disappointments will be replaced by delights and joys. Friends, remember this, and I also believe on this. One day, all will be well. Today, let me conclude and let me end my reflection by quoting again our responsorial psalm of today. Always remember that the earth is full of the goodness of the Lord. Amen.